guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm gonna do my reading update. Sorry, weekly reading update for February 4th, 2018. And Cooper was sitting behind me. Now he wants to be on me. No. Sorry. Anyway, so I'm gonna talk about the books that I read this week and finished. The ones that I'm currently reading, and then ones that I think I might get to sometime this week. We'll see. So, just a FYI, I didn't read quite as much this week, and I don't really see me reading quite the same amount I was reading earlier in January, because I'll be doing a lot of overtime this next 4 weeks. I'm going to be covering for somebody else as they take on some other responsibilities for the month, and it's going to be a lot of long days. So I don't know how much writing or reading I'm going to get done in the month. So just an FYI, because my January was insane. I have not, it's like every 6 months I have a really big month like that, because the last June was just huge. And I think this is kind of how that goes. It goes in cycles where I have 1 month I just blow out. Anyway, so February is not going to be like that. But let me tell you about the stuff that I read this week. So last week I was talking about I was in the middle of the 24 and 48 readathon, which I did not do very good. I did not make 24 hours. I made just over 18, and I didn't read very fast. I was kind of distracted, and I watched a lot of booktube. I got a new chair for my office here, which is covered up right now, sorry. Anyway, cats. Anyway, and then so I didn't, and my parents were here, and it was just like, you know, so I kind of lost some time that way. But I did finish some series. I did finish actually two series. I finished the short novels that I had. So the first thing I finished on Sunday was Binti the Night Masquerade, which is the third book in the Binti series. This is Nnedi Okorafor's trilogy about Binti, who is a young African woman who goes off to go to the what do you call it? The space. I'm trying to think what you call that. My brain just shut down. The space university. Sorry. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, so the third book, the Night Masquerade, wrapped everything up as well as could be. You know, I really enjoyed it. I only had, I think on Sunday I said I had 40 pages left, so it didn't take me long to finish it. It went in a direction totally did not see coming before that point, and I was like, whoa, you know, like, so it's still, I'm kind of surprised how it went and where it ended. I'm still like, I don't know, but I think overall it still was a very solid series. I really enjoyed most of the characters, the core ones, and I'm still mad about some other ones from the book too, but you know. But it actually, as I said, it was a surprising series, because really it's not super long, but we add all 3 books together, it does come out to a pretty fair chunk of pages. But I still wanted more. I still thought it was too short, or, you know, we didn't get enough. But I think overall I enjoyed it, and so I would recommend you read those if you like science fiction. It was really good. It was really nice. The other book that I read on Sunday was Tastemorrow by Sarah Gailey. This is the second book in the River of Teeth duology, I guess. I was so sad to hear it was only 2. I'm like, I keep waiting for her to say there will be more, but I don't think so. I think that's it. But they were really great. They're like cowboys on hippos in the 1800s, and this story, well, I liked River of Teeth really well. Like, I love the novelty of it and all the characters. I like the way this book wrapped up the loose ends from that book, because I mean, I knew there was another one coming out when I read River of Teeth. So I was pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed this second part a lot, and I'm glad that I finally got this done. As I said, I really want more, but unfortunately I don't think we're getting any more. Too bad, because I really like those. But I would check out more of her writing. I haven't had time yet to do that, but I definitely recommend River of Teeth and The Tastemorrow. I just think they were just fun, and it was so diverse with the characters and the things that were going on. It just kind of, it was interesting how things weaved in. And, you know, feral hippos. You gotta love that. Anyway, so then after that, I tried to pick up my book for my in real life book club, and that's Foreigner by C.J. Cherryh. I did not like this book. If you saw my reading stats, this is on my DNF list this month, or from January. I really did try. I read 40 pages and it was pulling teeth, and maybe because I wasn't feeling so good that day because I stayed home sick from work that day, and I didn't like this. Like, I started it Sunday night and I read a little bit and I'm like, I don't know about this. And then Monday I read a little bit more and I went, no, we're not doing this. So this is about first contact. Like a ship from Earth goes out to go to another planet that's supposed to be Earth-like and with the sun the same, and they actually get lost somehow. There's a computer glitch. So then it's them colonizing a planet that actually has other life forms on it, and there's consequences to that, which I didn't get to because I couldn't handle the first part. So anyway, I didn't enjoy that, but I hear the series is quite long, or there's like 6 or 8 books. I don't remember how many, but you know, if you like that kind of thing, you could check that out. I just personally, some kind of science fictions that didn't grab me. So that was just my opinion. So after I finished that, I was like, well, let's pick up something I know I'm going to like. So I picked up The City Stained Red by Sam Sykes. So this is the first book in the Bring Down Heaven trilogy that follows the Eon Gates trilogy that I read a couple of years ago and really enjoyed. It was just fun. It was just laughable fun. Like, it was just and it had all, as I said, it has all the feels. Like, it was like ups and downs. Everybody's like traumatic. Everybody has traumatic backgrounds. And the way they all deal with it, they're all messed up, these adventurers. So these adventurers now are, after that adventure, come to this city, Sir Drawl or something like that. I don't know the name of how you say that name. Anyway, so they've come to try to get paid by the guy who sent him on the first adventure, and he's disappeared into this huge city, and these 6 adventurers are trying to find him. And of course, nothing goes right, and it all, from the very beginning, there are problems just getting into the city. So it's as I said, I've only read about 180 pages in this 600-page book, so it's probably gonna take me most of the week to read this, because of all my having work and stuff. But I think it's gonna be a really fun read, and as I said, I really enjoyed his first trilogy. So technically, he says you can start with this book and you'll be okay, and I think that for most part, yeah, that's true. I'm just finding that because I know what happens in the other books, I'm getting more out of it. So I don't know. I'll have to hear from you guys if anybody picked this up without reading the other series, what they thought. Because to me, I feel like you might miss some things. I don't know. Of course, I'm a big proponent of reading everything in publication order. That's how I work. And then I'm also reading a nonfiction book, On the Map by Simon Garfield. Again, I'm just dipping in and out of this. I've read only about 100 pages out of the 440. So I'm hoping to read a couple chapters, or chapter a day kind of thing, or every other day, and just try to, get through it. It's a book on maps and kind of the history of how maps came to be the way they are, or how they went from being really just what somebody told them and how they guessed at how things were and blank spots on the maps and stuff to I'm guessing once we get later it'll be more of how things become more accurate and stuff. So right now I'm in the Middle Ages. So I'm like 1500 and they're talking about stuff from there. So it's interesting, and there's a lot of history tidbits of, places that had really famous maps and stuff that they have in their collections. So it is really interesting, and it does have like pictures, of stuff. So it's really fun. So far it's been a really interesting read. So those are the 2 books I'm going to focus on the most this week. I also have Just One Damn Thing After Another by Jodi Taylor, the first book in the Chronicles of St. Mary's. I keep showing this because it's my reread, that if I have a day where I come home from work and I don't want to read anything that's like I have to think too hard about it, I'll read this. Because this is my reread, so it's one I've read. So if I even just scan a little bit and just read a couple of my favorite scenes, then it's just there. So I want to get to the next book, hopefully next month. So I want to get through this month too. But again, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so this is my backup kind of on if I have a day where I'm like, oh, I'm too tired. And then just to put out what I'm probably going to read after The City Stained Red, at least at this point. And again, I don't know when I'll get done with that because I still have quite a bit and this week's going to be kind of hectic. But I am reading along with Elliot Brooks on the Witcher series. She's running a read-along this year on her channel, which I'll have linked down below. So Sword of Destiny is the second book of short stories. So we're reading that this month. I had to go buy this copy because I couldn't get it from my library. The Kindle version was more expensive than going into the bookstore because I saw that they had one that was pretty cheap. So I got a used copy. Really nice one. Or it's a remand. I'm sorry, it's a remand. Not used. Okay, so I still had to pay more money than I wanted to for this. But I have it. So I'm going to give this a shot. I'm not huge on short stories, so again, I'm gonna see. I might have to just read it here and there. I have all month, so but I'm figuring it's probably gonna be the book I pick up after City Stained Red, or I might insert something else. I'm not quite sure, but I do want to continue with this because every Wednesday we're supposed to read by a certain point. So I might pick it up and just to be on track, or I might just hold off and read it after I read the City Stained Red. We'll see how I feel. So let's see here. So those are all the books that I'm currently reading, and then what I'm going to get to next. I do have other books, like I have 2 library books that are also for book clubs or read-alongs here on BookTube and Goodreads, but I'm not planning to get to those this week. I'm figuring maybe next week I'll get to those, so I'm just not going to mention them yet. So, but that's what I plan. As I said, I'm mostly... you know, I just don't know how much reading I'm going to get done this week. We'll see what happens. So, anyway, are you guys reading anything good? Anything that you think I should check out? Let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.